Hello there, welcome to Genesis Models. My name's Bobby Waldron, and in this video we're going to be having a in-box review of Hasegawa's 1/72nd scale F-35A Lightning II. As you can see, nice box art going on here with our F-35 around the box. I mean, it does show you a finished piece as well, just there, and that's about it. Now this is 1/72nd scale, which I don't normally look into, but we'll have a look at this one because it is quite a cool kit by Hasegawa in the fact that it is a brand spanking new tool, 2014. You do get with this a load of clear stand for it, just in the bag here, which is nice to have the option of having this in an in-flight display if you so wish. Jumping straight in with our canopies here, right, and I say canopies because we do get two. You do have the option of a well molded, no problems, no sort of scratches or anything going on there with this canopy. It's nice and clear, crystal, you know, very good quality canopy going on there. But then you also have exactly the same molding but in a really cool tinted out version as well, which is probably the one that you're gonna want to use, which does you know, make it look a bit more accurate in that sense. So rather cool, big thumbs up there for those. And we get a nice bit of packaging here that stops it from scratching, separately bagged as well. Alright, moving along with let's get out these two first sprues, because these are the two main ones we have here, and that is wing section, fuselage, cockpit, everything. For the top side, one piece, and same with the bottom piece. You know, it's all one mold, right? So you know, a lot of this work has already been done for you, so you know, it does make things a bit quicker and easier. Looking at the bottom one first off, right, we have our wheel well just here, which is nicely detailed for 1/72nd scale and out of the box, but you might want to jazz that up a bit more. What you will notice is that it has been a little bit of rubbing inside the box, and you can just see we've got some little scratches just here on the underside air intake. Hopefully you can just see that, but you know, that isn't too deep, and it could be just lightly sanded out. As for our surface detail, we've got that lovely crisp, very sort of nice recessed panel line detail. Not seeing any rivets, but hopefully, as you can see, very good surface detail, very consistent. You know, just what you'd expect from Hasegawa. On the inside, nothing really to write home about. We do have ejector pin marks, but you're not really going to see them. Bring in our top half, right? As you can see, the cockpit tub is all in there, and we've got detail going on inside there already. So yeah, I mean, again, you know, we're not going to be doing too much work in regards to gluing as we would normally. This is like such a all-in-one piece, and the detail in there is actually not looking too bad for out of the box, and the surface detail again is just like, let's just focus you in a bit, it's just like the underside, you know, very crisp, consistent, looks quite in scale as well, as you can see there. Looking rather good. Nice shiny plastic as well, which is all good and ready for any kind of spraying. Moving along with our first couple of pieces here, we have our exhaust just there. Rather nice looking exhaust for out of the box, and as you can see, we've got this plastic sort of barricade kind of thing going on there, which is protecting that piece, which is a nice touch there. Our landing gear, you know, does look rather good. Let's just turn this over. We do have some very faint light ejector pin marks. There's just one there and one there on each of those landing gear. Not that bad, but then, you know, you don't want to be seeing well, let's face it, you don't want to be seeing on a brand spanking new tool 2014 ejector pin marks in those kind of places. We've got our air intakes here looking rather good as well. Front landing gear just here again, you know, looking good for 1/72 scale. And again, I'm seeing there's one ejector pin mark just there. It is kind of small, kind of faint, so it's not that bad. Our air intakes, as you can see, they do have ejector pin marks in there. They're not that bad, but I mean, you might want to be sanding them out. It's up to you on that, but I don't think they're going to be too bad. Moving along, we have all sorts of kind of tails and stuff going on here. Again, same lovely surface detail going on. Hopefully, as you see there, they have done that. I don't like it personally, where they sort of they sort of make this as a sort of part, two halves, instead of making it two full halves or just one piece, which is better for modeling. I've done this part of it, you know, this piece goes on top of here. It just makes things a little bit less neat, but yeah, still not bad. I mean, Hasegawa does normally go together rather well. We've got some wheel well doors here again, you know, ejector pin marks. You know, I am kind of like, you know, it's a brand new kit and they're still getting the good old-fashioned mistakes of putting ejector pin marks in those places. You're sort of going to see, really. And we'll turn that over so we can see the top. Yeah, we've still got some recessed panel line detail as well going along here. You know, it is looking rather cool. Moving along to our last piece now, which... yeah, here we go. We have our instrument display panel just here. We've got a bit of detail going on there, but I do believe there is a decal to go in the middle there, which apparently looks good. And moving around, we've got some little pieces. We've got our ejector seat here, just, you know, looking quite nice and a bit sort of new and everything. We do get a pilot 1/72 scale if you do want to put that in there. Looking a little bit flashy, as you can see there, which is kind of strange because, I mean, you know, this pilot's looking a little bit flashy, whereas the rest of the kit actually looks quite good, quite new. So maybe they've taken an old pilot mold from somewhere and just attached it to this sprue. Which kind of, maybe that's why it's looking a little bit flashy. I don't know, but you know, that's just a guess. So those are all our parts. Then we move to our decals, which I do like, right? Because the other contender really are, what was the name now? There's another F-35 Lightning out there. I know was it Panda did it, and maybe Kitty Hawk. Is it Kitty Hawk? I think it was Kitty Hawk who also did one, but the surface detail was like raised and it was horrible. But what they've done here with the actual decals is, as you can see, all that kind of patterned markings that go on this particular F-35 is in decal form, which I think is fantastic, because it is such a pain to go off, and I'll just sort of try and show you, but it would be such a pain to go off and try and see all those light areas of grey, to go off and sort of mask them up and spray them up is just a bit of a nightmare, to be honest with you. It's a big put off for an aircraft I'd really like to do, but as you can see with this one, we get all that decal form, which does make it a lot easier in doing all that masking up. So the decals are looking rather good indeed. Last bit, I mean, the instructions, they're not really hard to follow. I mean, this is a pretty easy kit. I mean, with this whole top and lower half, really easy just to slap it together. Your cockpit's all in there already, and you're literally moving along and, you know, putting all your landing gear and final tail bits and everything, and then the canopy, and you can have in-flight display if you so wish. We've then got a couple of markings here for whatever you want to do there. So yeah, I mean, I think this is a fantastic kit actually. It is 1/72 scale. It does cost £26.99, so I don't know, I think that might be a little bit expensive for, you know, 1/72 scale, but you know what, it's a new tool, and I do like it, and actually I really would like to see this in 1/48 scale. Actually, if they could just scale it up, that would be fantastic, because I'd love to build this aircraft. So yeah, definitely a well recommended aircraft. A little bit pricey. Ejector pin marks, you know, they are sort of everywhere, but everything else looks fantastic actually. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this inbox review. So until next time, my name is Bobby Waldron, this is Genesis Models, and I hope you've enjoyed.